Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
A couple realistic criticisms, okay? Number one, the graphics. They run at 30 frames per second or below, and I will emphasize that, or below. There are definitely times when the frame rate chugs, and you're like, now wait a minute, it's 2023, and a modern AAA game developer can't get a game to run at solid 30 and or even 60? I guess not. And this is what's hilarious to me, is that we still have people talking about, oh, I want a more powerful console to push 4K graphics or whatever. And I'm like, 4K? These games can't even run at 30 frames per second at 1080p yet. And you want 4K across the board with insanely high detail? What are you, stupid? No. Demand that we get good performance on every single game at 1080p first. Once we've jumped that hurdle, once we've crossed that river, then we tackle higher resolution and more detail. They can't even do the basic shit yet. And we are in 2023. This was promised to us at the beginning of the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 era. We are almost a decade later and they haven't done it yet. So, that being said, alright, I do feel that the graphics are underwhelming. Not the detail. I think that the universe looks fine. The level of detail looks fine. But the fact that it runs at a lower frame rate is disappointing. I want it to feel like, you know, more organic, more real. I want it to look like other games I'm playing. It literally does not. Like, almost every single game that I have played in the last year has looked much better than Starfield. And that's disappointing. To have waited this long for this game, for it to come out, and it doesn't look good. That's very, very underwhelming, and I think, if anything, that's the one thing that they should fix. And likely they will, because how much do you want to bet? Much like with other Bethesda games. When future consoles come out, they will likely remaster this game and release it in full 60 frames, and then it'll be amazing. But for now, we're stuck in a 25 to 30 frame per second era, which is really stupid, okay? The other criticism I have of the game so far, 3 hours in, it doesn't feel like there's one new element. Seriously, now you say, oh, what about the ship? Well, I mean, I flew it a little bit. It's not a big deal. Mostly what the ship is, it's fast traveling between locations and a few dogfights, but it's nothing significant yet. Maybe it will be significant as we get further into the game, but as of now, I haven't really done much with it yet.
Every single time I boot the game now, I'm drunk.
Outside of that, the gunplay feels like it's from Fallout 4 or other FPS games. The loot system absolutely feels like it's from a Bethesda game. Everything feels like a mishmash of something you've done before. Nothing in this game is feeling unique to me whatsoever. Not yet, anyway. Maybe it will again as we get further in. I'm only 3 hours in. But, you know, when you're having a brand new IP, you want it to feel like you're truly playing something new. This kind of feels like the evolution of what Bethesda has done in the past, which is fine. It does feel like the culmination of all the work these guys have done in the last 25 years. Like, this is what they were going for, and this is what they wanted the end game to be. But it still kind of feels just like a Bethesda RPG to me. Which, again, is fine if you like them, and I do. So that's not a complaint. But if you're playing this insanely hyped, brand new IP, it's supposed to be the game that everyone wants to buy an Xbox One, or excuse me, an Xbox Series S or X for, you should be doing something more groundbreaking. And it just doesn't feel like that yet. But I'm 3 hours in, alright? So the good news is I'm playing a lot more of this, and to answer some questions, because I actually got some pretty valid questions yesterday. People were like, Phil, it's a brand new game, it's hyped, why did you only play it one stream? A lot of the times when a hot new game comes out, you play it all day long. Is there a particular reason why you opted to not play Starfield all day yesterday? The answer is pretty simple, because Starfield is an incredibly lengthy game, and I'm going to be playing it a lot. The next few weeks, it's my major focus. I'm playing it yesterday and today is the main stream. Tomorrow night, I'm playing it as the late night stream. I am giving it a break on Monday, but it's the major stream on Tuesday, and if you want it again, I'm going to play it as the major stream on Wednesday. So with all of that gameplay, I mean, it really is the major focus of the week. I don't want to go too crazy and go overloaded, you see? Let me tell you guys something. In the last 24 hours, I've been absolutely bombarded with information about this game. Luckily, no spoilers, which is good. But I've been thrown so many pieces of information. Someone wants me to rename my character Phil, because apparently if you do that, Vasco will actually call you Phil in the game. Phil is one of the names the game will use as an audio thing. And they're like, alright, Fart Knocker's funny or whatever, but change your name to Phil, and that way, you know, the game will actually call you Phil during your playthrough, right? You know, again, I'm getting recommended all these different things I should be doing. That gastronomy is super useful, and I should get it as soon as possible.
It's not a legit playthrough. I'm saying that up front. This is not a legit playthrough. This is meant to be a playthrough that's going to be very, very interactive with my viewers. They're going to be guiding me through the game and telling me what to do and showing me funny stuff.
And then other people are like, actually don't go crazy getting a million perks, focus only on a few small ones, but level them up big time. Because if you like level up speech and you level up the lockpicking, like it's going to help you tons in the game. But what a lot of people are doing is they're playing, sadly they're getting way too many perks, but then they're all at level 1 and they're not very useful. People need to level up the perks and focus more on that, and that makes them more useful. So, you know, basically, yeah, I'm getting a lot of different pieces of recommendations and pieces of information, and people are, you know, saying different things. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's good, but I feel like I'm so early in that it's just information overload. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people trying to throw information at me in the first 24 hours when I've only played it 3 hours, that most of it is not going to be that helpful to me right now. But maybe long term it will be, right?
I would need guidance. I'll go ahead and I'll play it if you guys are going to tell me what to look for. There's no way I'm playing that game without a guide or whatever.
So now immediately people are like, oh, when are you playing with Blanca again? And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what? I just played with Blanca all month. You know, grinded to master. Don't you want to see me go to other characters now? You want Blanca again? And people are like, well, yeah, you're in Master. Now we want you to play more Blanca and play more Master players. I'm like, all right, listen. The good news is now, Blanca's not going anywhere. He's going to stay at Master. Whenever I play, I'll be playing higher level people now, all right? So I want to give him a rest for a bit. I want to focus now on getting Honda to Master. Honda's in 5-star Diamond. He's almost there. Probably another couple of streams. Hopefully he'll hit Master. And then Honda will be there, right? And then we can say, all right, well, who has I used who I really liked? And I wanted to use more, but I just haven't used him in a million years. Well, Luke is absolutely one who I was doing well with, and I was learning, and then I haven't used him in over a month. So it'd be great to get back to that, and I know it's going to take grinding and learning, because I haven't done even basic combos with him in a million years, right?
Cowardly bitch. A $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother, who says, why are you afraid to play Master matches? I'm not. The problem is it takes so long to get to Master. As you saw, that was a solid month of grinding to get to Master, right? So now I'm tired of playing with Blanca. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am absolutely going to go and play at a higher level with Blanca, for sure. But I'm tired of him now. Like, I just played with him 6+ streams, right? Hundreds and hundreds of wins to get back to Master. I'm Blanca'd out. I actually want to learn different things about the game. I actually want to, I'll be honest, I think I want to play with Luke next. I think I want to mess with Luke and try to learn a top tier character. Cowardly bitch.
Comment Frenzy says, on that note, do you think people have lost their sense of humor? Feels like jokes that were okay not too long ago are now taboo. Now, here's what's happened, okay? People now are out to find something to be outraged about. That's what it is. People aren't out to have a good time in life. It's like everyone needs to have a reason to be upset so that they can complain and have their voice be heard. Like, it's really important to be able to air your grievances to the world on social media and other places for some reason. So if you can find something to complain about and act like it's valid, that's what people are dying for now, right? Oh my god, I was so wronged because someone made a joke about something. Like, oh, it really hurt me so deeply. I'm sure it did. I'm sure. If someone made a joke, a joke about you, a simple joke, and the one joke decimated you so much that you can't go on living, perhaps you should see a psychiatrist, okay? However, the flip side of that is, in some circles like YouTube, the jokes have gone too far. If you are systematically harassing and or defaming someone, and it's become a popular thing to do that, right? And it's just well accepted, oh, just keep piling on someone. And now that person is having a hard time living because you fucked with them so much, that's different. You see, there's a big difference. There's the whiners on social media who every little tiny thing is the end of the world, and so everything offends them, versus people who are legitimately getting destroyed and bullied online, and it seems like there's no protection or recourse against it because of the toxic nature of the internet, and the fact that places like YouTube and Twitch and other places will not stand up to that kind of behavior unless they get sued. So, it goes both ways. It does. It absolutely goes both ways. It's to what extent, and again, the question would be, to what extent is it allowed? To what extent would it be, you know, fair? You know, I've always been one to divvy out jokes, but also I could take a joke. The problem is when the entire existence of people on YouTube is to make my life a joke and basically make shit up about me, and then people believe it because they're stupid. That's a problem, you see? But, you know, we can talk about this all day. I don't particularly feel like talking about it for the whole podcast. So, okay.
That guy needs to be kicked in the freaking balls. He's an asshole.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. If I were to become a politician, I would actually do it for the people. Because guess what? Take a look at me now as a YouTuber. Do I take any payoffs? Do I have any paid product placements? Do I do any shilling? I have all these opportunities to get paid, and I always turn them down because I want to be true to myself. I want to put out honest, genuine content that's meaningful for my audience, and I curate that style of content for them, and they support it. That's who I am as a person. My morals control who I am. I can't stop laughing. No. I wouldn't feel good about making content that was fake to make money. You understand? So if I were to become a politician, I would do work for the people. But would I be successful? Because here's the problem with American politics. You need to raise money to be eligible. You have to have a campaign. Where's the money going to come from? If I'm not kissing ass so that companies will finance my campaign, how would I ever get elected? That's the problem with American politics right now. You can't even be eligible unless you have tons of money to run a campaign, right? And if no one heard of you, no one can vote for you. Yeah. Phil's a scam artist.
Are we ready to continue, guys? I'm enjoying myself. Thanks everyone chilling. Thanks to anyone who supported today. It would be great if you could support the stream in some way, whether liking it, or a super chat, or a membership, or gifted membership, or a tip. We're actually close to our tier 1 tips goal, so it would be great if we could hit that sooner rather than later. That'd be excellent, okay? Alright, let's continue.
But I had fun. I hope you guys did too. I want to say thanks to everyone who was here and anyone who supported the stream. Thank you. And if you're watching on demand still, remember, please like the videos you're enjoying. Please leave comments. Let me know, what did you think of our exploration of New Atlantis today? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was boring? Do you wish that it was different? Again, to me, it kind of feels like a combination of Fallout and Outer Worlds. I have no idea why this stream is so slow. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.